More classified documents have been found at a storage unit in South Florida, owned, of course, by Donald Trump. Specifically, there were 2 classified documents found among a pile of what one person described as suits, swords, and wrestling championship belts, which, of course, seems like the perfect place to hide classified documents for some reason, but nevertheless, Trump was in fact hiding more classified documents. Now, these documents were found thanks to Trump's lawyers going through, pretty much at the request of the courts, to look for more documents because the government believed they did not have everything from Donald Trump, and it turns out they were correct. Other Trump properties were also searched, including his Bedminster golf course up in New Jersey. Nothing was found there. Nothing was found at another Trump property, the one in Manhattan, but they did find 2 at least classified documents in that storage unit, and we do not know what was in those classified documents. But we do know that this does create a very serious problem, not just for Donald Trump, but I think mostly for Donald Trump's lawyers. On multiple different occasions, Donald Trump's lawyers have had to swear in legal documents that you have everything, DOJ. We have turned everything over. We have looked in every nook and cranny. We can't find anything else. We are affirming to you that you have everything. Now, the first time Trump's lawyers signed that statement was actually before the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago, which then turned up more classified documents. So Trump's lawyers are already in a bit of a pickle with that. But then after that, they once again affirmed to the court, nope, now you've got everything. We're totally sure everything is there. We are saying this under penalty of perjury. And then, of course, now we found more classified documents. According to the reports, at least one Donald Trump lawyer, a man by the name of Christopher Kise, who regular viewers have heard me say that he is the only competent lawyer on Trump's legal team, Kise has actually been arguing with the rest of the legal team, trying to get them to cooperate and be less combative with the federal government as they search for these documents. But his warnings have gone unheeded, and now, of course, they were told to go look for documents, and lo and behold, they found more. This does, again, create legal problems for Trump's lawyers. It creates legal problems for Trump. And if the DOJ has reason to believe, probable cause, that documents are being stored elsewhere, we could be looking at more FBI searches. We could be looking at more Trump properties under the eye of the federal government as they continue to look for more of these documents. But this also raises another question. The reason the DOJ even had to send down the FBI to Mar-a-Lago was because after they had that sworn statement from Trump's lawyer, Christina Bobb is the one who signed it, Evan Corcoran's the one who drafted it, but after they had that saying, we've given you everything, they obtained surveillance footage from Mar-a-Lago showing staffers appearing to move some of the classified documents. Now that surveillance footage has kind of gone forgotten, I guess is the way to put it. But could it be that they moved some of the documents to the storage unit? Is that how those documents got there? Or were those documents simply packed up? They were actually packed up from an office space in Virginia with help, of course, from the General Services Administration, sent down to Florida. Most staffers say, we forgot it even existed. We didn't know it was there. Trump's never gone there. There's no catalog of what's in there. Like, we got no clue. Yeah, something doesn't smell right about that to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. But based on what we've seen from Donald Trump and his legal team, I think it stands to reason that there probably are more classified documents out there. I mean, we have heard them tell this tale time and time again at this point that, nope, now you've got everything, only for them to come back a few months later and say, oopsie daisy, we found some more. I don't think at this point that everything has been turned over. I think the history of this particular case tells us there's still more hiding out there. Whether they know about it or not, it could still be out there. So this case is far from over. The more documents they find, unfortunately, the more it kind of prolongs any conclusion to this case. So this is a major development, but it's a major development that may put off an indictment even further because they don't even know if Trump is hiding any more documents. One of today's video sponsors is Lomi by Pela. If you're like me, you've always felt a little bit of guilt about all the food waste that you create when you're cooking, and I've always wanted to compost my scraps but didn't have the time or energy to devote to that project. Lomi takes the hassle out of composting for you. Lomi allows me to turn my food waste into dirt with the push of a button. Lomi is a countertop electric composter that turns scraps to dirt in under 4 hours. There's no smell when it runs, and it's really quiet too. And thanks to Lomi, I have way less garbage each week. Since I got my Lomi, I throw out so much less garbage, it's unbelievable, which that means it's not going to landfills and producing methane. Instead, I get to turn my waste into nutrient-rich dirt that I can feed to my plants. I feel great knowing that I'm composting and creating soil instead of waste. I have a basically limitless supply of dirt from my herb and pepper gardens. My kids are absolutely fascinated with the Lomi, and they actually now love helping me in the kitchen so that they get to be the ones to put the vegetable scraps into the Lomi and let it work its magic. So if you want to start making a positive environmental impact or just make cleanup after dinner that much easier, Lomi is perfect for you. Head to lomi.com/ROF and use the promo code ROF to get $50 off your Lomi. That's $50 off when you head to LOMI.com/ROF and use promo code ROF at checkout. Food waste is gross. Lomi is your solution. You'll want to move quickly as they're over 80% already sold out for October.